Family, we're back. Thanks for being here, all that good stuff. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm eating Skittles right now, sorry. Anyway, we're gonna check out some stuff today. It'll be more stream style, and yeah, we're gonna do it like that. I'm not gonna focus too much on certain subjects, but y'all get what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get to it. Check out Jay Marvelous. Dope page, great page. Yeah, industry oaths. That's what we're gonna be into today. Let's check out what he's talking about with Snoop Dogg. Let's go.
Alright, y'all. Rapper Snoop Dogg has sold out to keep that role for himself, and most people don't know why. We're gonna take a look at the biggest Shang Tsung of the industry besides Drake. A lifestyle to the West and East Coast through rap music. After pushing the gangster persona to the world,
I ain't gonna lie, Dog Pound was way hotter than Snoop. They were way hotter, way more consistent. They just didn't have that same push.
Snoop Dogg was in fear for his life. He would be on the plane with Suge Knight and Tupac, and in fear for his life, where he hid under the blanket with a knife and a fork. What kind of crip hides under a blanket with knives and forks?
So because I said I'm cool with Puffy and Biggie doing the interview with you. Tupac took it as if I wasn't down with him no more, as if I was side busted, as if I was scared. Death Row looked at me as like a trap.
Come on, bro. Snoop know that was a whole movie, did. He knows. He gave up his boys. But if y'all ever paid attention to him when he was on camera with Pop, he was a church mouse. Real quiet, real conservative, and reserved, I mean.
The next day. Actually, I had to fly back home from New York. And normally on a private plane, it'd be Pac, his security, me, my security, Suge, and a couple of his homies. This time I go to the airport, my security walking with me. Suge like, hold up, they can't roll. They gotta catch a regular flight. So now I'm like,
not a good sign.
Okay. First of all, Pac ain't said to me though, from that moment on.
But everybody else has security.
Yeah, I seen it happen. I know how to get down.
I was just gonna say, that's
know,
what my mind was
I
wondering.
know how he get down.
Yeah.
He ran to No Limit Records and asked Master P to save him.
Now, this is what irritates me about this situation, kinda. Snoop was bigger than P. P had more control over his label, more rights. So P signed Snoop. But now we're looking at P, and he needs Snoop, while Snoop is publicly a Crip and in a totally different tax bracket. That's the thing. Like, I feel like when you give a certain part of yourself, you get immunity. He'll never get a RICO. Mark my words.
Time with us, the whole world was looking at Suge and me to go head and head, and it really wasn't about that. It was just a business deal. When you came to me, I told you a lot of stuff, dog. We not into that.
Top dollar, the art side, but only doing positive things in the hood. You mad, cuz? You mad cuz I won't call you big homie? Cuz I'm 40-something years old and I refuse to call another big homie that ain't got a job, that ain't got a f***ing car, but mad and jealous at me cuz of what I'm doing, trying to blemish my name and my character. Cuz I am the LBC, and me and my young homies, we got a great relationship. And furthermore, I just want to let y'all know that to get at a real man is a conversation, not to be trying to Facebook bang and try to get injunctions and lawsuits or whatnot. So in a minute or two, me and you'll be able to holler face to face like you really don't want. But you're going to get that. You're going to get that face to face with me, and I'm going to give you the intellect that you totally deserve.
Snoop? Listen, I've never seen Snoop as tough, gangster, or even threatening. Like, you can see that it's not him. And that thing that he got into earlier in his career, that wasn't him. It was his security, allegedly.
Because you cannot disrespect a king. I'm the king of Long Beach. I made it fashionable for bang the dub. I made it universal, motherfucker. I'm the took the set around the whole globe. Yeah, that's me. That's who. But now I'm doing positive things now. I'm enlightening homies and showing them how to get it a different way.
He gave in to the elite when they asked Snoop Dogg to paint his fingernail.
Up. Yeah, Big Snoop Dogg. Don't get it up.
After being exiled from the Crip, Snoop Dogg decided he wanted to become a household name. So he gave.
Now, feet touching, shoulders touching, arms touching, legs crossed. Excuse me. They look different in this picture. That's all I'm gonna say. Who would y'all say? I ain't gonna even go there. I'm just gonna say this picture looks very different. I've never seen homeboys post up for a picture like this. Well, French Montana and
Even to
Puffy,
the elite. When they asked Snoop Dogg to paint his fingernail, he did it, and they gave him a show with Martha Stewart. After his show with Martha, when they asked Snoop Dogg to paint his fingernail, he.
Come on, man, y'all remember that? French manicure. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. You can see the black and white dualism. Black and white, black, white, black, white, black and white, black, white, black, white. Point blank, period. And this was not an accident. This was real stuff. Like, Holmes really did his nails like that. Oh man, this player, this that, this whatever. Okay, if you had a clear coat, but boy, you got French tips. That's
did it,
something
and they
different.
gave him a show with Martha Stewart. After his show with Martha Stewart,
Now, I want y'all to see something real quick. Hold on.
a show with Martha Stewart. After his show with Martha Stewart,
Did y'all see Martha Stewart?
and they gave him a show with Martha Stewart. After
That's not coincidence either.
his show
Not
with
at all.
Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg decided that he wanted to become a backpack rapper and linked up with Wiz Khalifa.
For many years, I've been involved in establishing we should be very cautious and careful of people coming into the music without understanding where it's at and where we are heading and all of that kind of stuff. And with Snoop, you know, because Snoop is a dog first, and I called him a lion because I couldn't call him a dog. Right. And then he did not treat me as one that really emphasized on him from being a dog to being a lion. And that is something that I am not really satisfied with. But then again, we know that everyone's got a right to be who they want to be.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So this is the dude that he got the Snoop Lion name from. But like bro said, he did want to call him a dog. He called him Snoop Lion, but he didn't have those lion traits. Yeah. He had a tail between a leg, that type dog traits.
Yeah. But you got to be making sure that you are truly what you're supposed to be. And Snoop, instead of being Snoop Dogg, is now focusing on being Snoop Lion. So I hope he does the things that are lion-like. Yes. Snoop and not a dog.
Since then, Snoop Dogg
Yeah, he doing stuff that's lion-like. Lying. Lying to the people. I don't see how bro got so far being a known crip, a notable crip.
wanted to put out a gospel album, but people wasn't jacking it.
Now, blasphemy.
Then
With the
Snoop
black and
Dogg
white.
wanted to put out a gospel
Something here
album,
that
but
I
people
seen
wasn't.
too. Now, look at the spider legs on that. But it looks like a mask of a dude, like a ski mask. The way they be putting their markings and stuff, like they try to disguise it. And bro, Snoop is just, I don't know, he's one of the
Wasn't
biggest sellouts
jacking
ever.
it.
But look, we're here today for
On that coat.
It's the big thing coming up.
He had
The
a black
album
pyramid.
released this week, and the Bible of Love, which a lot of hype coming out about this, and I can see why. It's a gospel album.
Right.
So you got to tell us how Snoop Dogg, fell into a gospel album, how this came about.
Well, if you know anything about Snoop Dogg, his music is spiritual
Is that a skull right there?
in many ways, and he's always dabbled and dabbled out in the gospel world as far as having a message with the music that I.
But
Oh, he didn't like it.
You like it?
No, he didn't like it when I bought that phone. He spoke about it. He said it. He spoke to it. He didn't like it, but at the same time, he didn't know what I was doing. Nobody did. It just looked like, why the f*** is he buying a bag of problems when he's living a life of success and not having?
We're going to end it right there. We are definitely going to end it right there. Snoop Dogg is old. I wonder how old he was when he really came in, because bro's old as hell. He really is. Denzel. Matter of fact, we're gonna get into the Denzel video. Nah, you know what? Let's go with DJ Akademiks and how he blows the lid off of what happened at industry parties. Let's go.
I gotta let you know this. Listen, I do a lot of things. One of never gave anybody a nickname.
Yeah.
I was like, keep in mind, I'm from Jersey. I never lived that life, period. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying music. Like, everybody loves music that talks about certain shit. You see people are kids. These people who are doing murders, like Ronald Number 9 was like 17, doing drills and all that type of shit. It's easy to be outraged and also say, damn, how could you guys take a life so easily? But also you got to think about the cycle of mental issues that they're having, the trauma that they're suppressing.
Once DJ Akademiks got more notoriety, the higher ups decided to call. He was then put in position by these record companies. They told DJ Akademiks to make sure he promoted a lot of these garbage artists, even if he didn't like them.
I show up to this place, I always called it the Illuminati Hub. It was everybody in the world that had some importance was in there. I learned later it was called Delilah. But I didn't know that's how LA moves. Like, all these executives, they might compete with each other in daytime, but at nighttime, they all frequenting and partying in the same spots. They talking business. I didn't know about networking like that. So I show up there because I was at Complex Con. I show up there with like my little chat hoodie. That was my audience, like, you know, name.
All right, real quick. I've been watching Akademiks, saying that everyday struggle era to now, it's been a big difference, but he still wears certain symbols on his clothing. Even though he does go with some of the industry bigwigs, some of the quote-unquote top execs, he still bears certain symbolism. And I feel like he's really in between, for real. Like, controlled opposition.
Like 12 people. I showed up there, everybody's in suits. That's the first time I seen Steve Stout. Apparently, I never seen Ebro after that, but Ebro allegedly was in the room too. Ebro, that guy was there. Somebody else from Sony was there. All the important people that you hear about, but you never see. That's why I called it the Illuminati meeting, because I couldn't believe that. Wait, all y'all powerful music people be in the same room? I thought it was beef. Because y'all artists beef with each other?
After taking the oath, DJ Akademiks had to prove himself. He would then begin working for Complex and got a job as a cast member on Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden and the other girl that nobody knows her name. But it got real interesting on one episode where DJ Akademiks and Joe Budden discuss the sacrifices in the industry.
Told me I was supposed to be sacrificed at some crazy shit, so I didn't separate myself for no reason. He also said something though, that unless he separates himself, people will never see him as his own individual rapper. What's happening here?
Hey man, anytime I use the word sacrifice, I start thinking something Illuminati, real satanic shit. I never knew X threatened his family or told him you're gonna be a sacrifice. That sounds really odd.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta give sacrifice.
Cut it out.
They
man.
do.
Okay.
Especially in entertainment.
Like, I'm hearing, at first I thought Slum Guy was wrong. I never knew his family was threatened. When your family gets threatened and when it goes beyond just brotherly disagreements, and the sacrifice word really f***ed me up, man. What the f*** is a...
What if we tried to
sacrifice
you?
By the way, wait, you cut that out?
See how they throwing around and talking about that sacrifice word? What's so crazy? Somebody got in my comments today like, oh, you fell for a troll, Bad Baby was trolling. No, they will put that information out there jokingly, thinking that if I joke and laugh, maybe it'll throw some people off and they won't think it's serious, but I can still get my message out there. Period. That's really what I think. They can't just, I mean, they can come out and do it, but there'll be prices to pay.
Cut it out. Hey,
sacrifice him.
Yo, first of all,
you gotta see my act voodoo doll.
That's just how hip hop fans, because they're on some conspiracy joke. They thought Busta like sacrifices, and of course, I don't believe none of this stuff, but this is what I've heard from other people who have like conspiracy theories. They think Busta.
He said he doesn't believe in it, but was kind of shook when the rapper XXX talked about he was gonna sacrifice his homeboy and threatened his family. I feel like X's deal was to sacrifice himself, and that's just allegedly. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. $Trap House Kitchen 1. I'm out. Peace.